Alan. Habari, Africa, East Africa, Tanzania. My name is Bingi Nyakwela. I'm so happy and privileged to be given this chance to share my story. I've been in the business for about 15 years now. I joined under my parents who started the business over 23 years ago. Initially, I really didn't think it was for me, so I wasn't serious, but I am so blessed and grateful that I had parents with strong dreams, and one of their main dream was to take me and my siblings to good schools. So it's through Neolife that they managed to achieve their dream. And I'm blessed that I managed to do my degrees in computer science and mathematics from a university in Houston, Texas. And I was so excited. I was very excited to come back home. So I packed my things. I came back home thinking I was going to get a good job. I thought that's going to be the beginning of the life I've always dreamed about. And I came home, to my surprise, I did not get the job that I thought I was going to get. So it was very frustrating in the beginning. I thought maybe I had made the wrong decision to come back. So my parents invited me to this meeting to a similar meeting like this, but not Zoom. We didn't have Zoom then. I had to attend several meetings, but still my goal was to get a job. But luckily, after some time, I started seeing people in the business that were just like me and that have succeeded well in the business. So I said, let me give it a try. I started slowly. My biggest challenge was I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to approach people, what to tell people when a person gives me their 5 minutes to listen to what I have to say. Even though I didn't have a job, my biggest excuse was I didn't have time. I know many of us, maybe we have, I can say maybe similar excuses or similar reasons for not starting the business right away. I didn't know anything about the products. I knew the business worked because I'd seen how our lives had changed. I'd seen basically black and white. Our lives changed drastically. So yeah, I kept going to meetings, and after some time I said, let me just give it a try because I didn't have a job. So I said, maybe I should just give this a try. It wasn't easy, I have to admit, but I kept going. I kept going to meetings. I kept learning as Mr. Pasco has taught us that there are habits that we have to do daily, and personal development is what really helped me. So I had to learn slowly, but I had to put in extra time. And I started taking steps. When I got to a director step, I was very excited. And I think that was the time I said, what if I jump in, both feet in, and I do this full time? And the check was good. And then I became a Sapphire director. Then that's when life changed. I started traveling, and I started traveling to some of my dream destinations. I remember our first trip was to Nairobi. And even though I just came back from US, but this trip really, really opened my eyes. I got to meet, I remember the Gichukis then, they had won, I think it was a Diamond Director Award, and it was so, they really inspired me, and I met people that had been in the business for so many years, and they shared their stories, and I was so moved by their stories. And my parents were always the role models because they kept going. I saw them, how they started the business when the business was not even in the country, when there was no proof that the business worked, but they kept going. And flash forward, the business has really changed my life. Now a mother of two, the business has really given me freedom, has given me time freedom. I have, I can plan my schedule around my kids' schedule. I can be present. I'm a present mother. I can go to school activities. I can go to all the meetings, and I can arrange to have my meetings when they're at school. But also, it has given me financial freedom. Again, I can afford the things that I've always wanted to do. I can afford to take my kids to a private school that I'm happy about. But also what I've always loved, and I think this is what's really, really kept me working in the business, is the travels. Traveling in Neolife is wow, it's just different. Neolife picks the best hotels and we get to learn all the time. But what I like the most is when we go to these trips, we get to meet people that have been in the business for years, and we get to hear their stories, we get to hear their challenges. You know, sometimes you can just stay in one country and you think maybe you're so different or you're so special, or things are not working out because maybe it's the system in your country. But you go to a different country and you hear these people that have tougher challenges than what we have. So it's always exciting when we go to these trips. I know this year we've gone to Istanbul. I've been to Victoria Falls. We went to Victoria Falls for the second time this year. I remember last time we went about 11 years ago. We've been to Dubai, we've been to London, we've been to San Francisco, and we've been to Mauritius 3 times, but it's always different. And we're going back again next year. We're going to Paris. Paris has been my dream destination. But again, even if we go back twice, 3 times, 10 times, South Africa, we've been to South Africa, I don't know how many times, we've stopped counting. And it's always different. It's always exciting. So I'm very excited personally because of the changes that we've seen in the country, the lives that we've changed. As I said, my parents have been my role models. Unfortunately, a few years ago, my dad, who was my upline with my mom, passed away. And it was not, I can't say exciting, but it was rewarding to see how many lives he has touched by just saying yes to this business. How many lives have improved? How many families have managed to take their kids to better schools, to offer their kids better lives, but just them saying yes to this business. And as I said, when they started, it was totally different. This business is much, much easier now. We didn't have social media when my parents started. Now we get to meet a lot of our downlines. Actually, we get to get new downlines from just using social media. So for the guests that are here, I know you have so many questions. Most of us, if not all of us, have had the questions you have. I remember I kept asking myself, what am I going to say? But the beauty about this business, as Mr. Pastor said, when you join, you're not alone. You just have to have a dream. You just have to have a goal. You just have to know why you want to start the business. And your upline, you have cross lines, and we have really strong leaders that they always offer a hand to help us. And as I said, you're not alone. It's your business, but we have the whole Neolife family, Neolife community holding our hands. I'm lucky I have a line of very strong uplines. We have Auntie Grace, we have Joyce, we have Lydia, we have Charlie, and the line is so long. But we have also very strong cross lines. So We are learning from uplines, downlines. Actually, we have very excited team of young members that are teaching us a lot. So you just have to be ready to learn. You can't say you're too old or you're too young. You can always learn a new thing that's going to help your business. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see we have so many guests today. And I believe you might think this is not for you, but as I said, I look at my parents, just one yes, which can be your yes. You don't know how many people are behind you that are waiting for you to say yes, for you to change your life, but to also change their lives. So for the guests that are in here today, you're in the right place. We are going to help you. This is a community of people that are willing to help everyone to succeed. So you just have to make a decision today. This is a very different business, but it's a wonderful opportunity to change our lives and lives of so many people around us. And I believe if I can do it, you can also do it. I'm wishing you well, good luck, and I believe one of these days we'll see you presenting your success story. Karibu. Thank you, Pastor.